From the KATC Weatherland, here's Rob's forecast.
Welcome back. A stifling 105 degrees this afternoon, and we're going to be close to that again tomorrow. But we might have a few showers in the area that may disrupt some of the heating, and also the smoke in the area may interrupt some of the heating. So maybe not quite so hot, maybe 104, 103 tomorrow. You know, you got to look at the glass half full at this point. So let's take a look at the numbers and how they stack up. Just to give you an idea, the top 10 hottest temperatures ever recorded in Lafayette, about 4 or 5 103s. That has all happened this year. You see the 104s, some previous years, Dust Bowl years, 1894 and 2000 when we had that big heat wave. 105 on Sunday, 105 again today. So third hottest reading ever recorded in Lafayette, and let's hope we don't see the 106s or 107s. Boy, they're got to be tough to get. If we can't get them this summer, we're probably never going to get them. And with the high heat, of course, the fire danger. And here's some high-resolution satellite imagery from NASA, and you can see the fire burning right here. This is looking at the fire and the temperature. You can see it's gotten a little bit smaller as the evening is worn on. So that is good news. If you see the fire going down a little bit, that means it's getting a little bit somewhat contained. But that smoke has been really impacting the area. And we have wildfires, marsh fires going. But by far, this is the biggest one we have. And you can see how the smoke plume, this is at 4 o'clock tomorrow morning, will be working its way southward with the surface winds and the lower level winds, and then kind of whipping around with the wind direction. Then the wind direction comes out of the southwest as we head toward Friday. So we're going to deal with smoke first thing in the morning, and you'll probably smell it overnight tonight in portions of Acadiana. Maybe not all, but most of the area. Big ridge of high pressure, still the dominant feature. We have a little bit of an upper level low down here by the Yucatan. We'll talk a little bit more about that coming up. But as we look at the radar, we had some showers. They were over the basin, then they kind of fell apart. And that's what happens. You get a little bit more juice coming from the Atchafalaya swamp for moisture, but then they run into a drier atmosphere. Also, a smoky atmosphere tends to kill showers as well. So we'll see if we can get that 10 to 20% going tomorrow. But we did have that debris cloud moving across the area. Boy, it's really breaking news. We had a cloud in the area. That's the way it's been so far this summer. Now, meanwhile, in the tropics, we have Tropical Storm Franklin, 2 other areas that are probably going to develop with time. Emily, remnants here, may redevelop North Atlantic, another system in the eastern tropical Atlantic that has a medium chance of developing. And then, of course, we have Franklin here, but new tonight at 10, the National Hurricane Center is outlining an area that we were pointing out in our earlier weathercast where something may get going. Meanwhile, Franklin, a problematic tropical storm for heavy rainfall, mainly across the Dominican Republic, portions of Puerto Rico as well, moving away from land and beginning to intensify. 45-mile-per-hour winds, and will probably become a hurricane by this weekend, and forecast up to a Category 2 storm just west of Bermuda. So Bermuda will have to keep an eye on this system. No threat to the Gulf of Mexico. So on the moisture channels, we look at the atmospheric moisture on the Euro. You can see the hurricane there, and here's what we're interested in. A little bit of a circulation developing here, but at the same time, we have a frontal trough coming in Monday, Tuesday of next week. So we might see a shower or two Monday, Tuesday, anytime, 5 to 10% between now and then, maybe 20 to 30% early next week. But that upper trough will pick up whatever might develop in the Gulf and push it off to the east. And we could certainly use the moisture, but we're not going to see much in the near term. So tomorrow we'll see temperatures starting out near 80 once again, topping out in the 104-degree range. But watch what happens in the afternoon. Maybe a few isolated storms. We'll keep our fingers crossed that some of us can get some much needed moisture. 103 to 107 northern parishes of Acadiana, closer to 105 to 107 there. 103 to 104 I-10 corridor, and much the same coastal parishes as well. So the heat is not saying uncle quite yet, and nor is the heat index. At heat index going to be way up there again tomorrow, between 112, maybe as high as 118 to 119. So overnight tonight, 80 the low. The record is 80, set back in 2015. By the way, the record for this morning was 81, just set last year. So So we're just continuing to set these new overnight low records year after year. And now this year, the daytime high record's dropping like it's hot. 103 is the record tomorrow. We might just tie that, but we'll probably beat it. 103 to 105 through Monday. Thereafter, hopefully a little bit of a break from the heat, but when you're talking 99 or 100 for a high, well, it's all relative. After a 105-degree day, 99 to 100 doesn't sound too bad because that's the temperature we have right around 11 o'clock at noon. So there you go.
Right. Something to look forward to.
Exactly.
Thanks, Rob. Stay with us, everybody. More news after the break.